this. Welcome to
I brought the stool.
Typical London.
Typical London.
Max, my hands are freezing. Forgive me. How are I know.
It's all right. That's okay.
I know. Oh my God, are you colder than me? Let's see. Probably. I'm colder.
I'm going to sneak under with you. Thank you.
That's fine. My weights are coming to hand soon. Strength training.
Oh my
helps.
God, it really gets you in there. Nice little bicep pump.
Lovely to see you. How are you?
Yeah.
Soaking wet. Welcome to your London premiere.
Thank you.
Too much. A Real Pain and Amadeus. Oh my God, you are having such an amazing year, and you're going toe to toe with Paul. What fun!
It was fun. Yeah, he's so brilliant.
When you get to play wigs, makeup, costumes, what fun! First time you see yourself in the mirror, what are you thinking?
Who the fuck is that? This was horrible. Well, no, the first time they were like, I played the oldest sister, Josepha, and they were like, maybe we need to make her look old. And I was like, maybe we make her look young and gorgeous. And so the first time I saw myself, like, I was like, ugh. And then the makeup was amazing. It was just too believable, you know? And then we found like a great balance, and I loved it. It was my favorite part, being makeup and hair and costume. It was incredible and like completely transformative, partly because all your organs are just rearranged. Yeah. So like, you know, there's no way that you're not going to act differently when like your spleen is up here because of these really tight corsets.
It totally informs the character.
Of course. Yeah.
How did you feel the first time you get into all of that?
Amazing. I feel like the first image I saw when we got together to talk about the costume and the wigs was of Prince, and I was in. Do you know what I mean? You see Prince, and you see a black person as the center of the inspiration.
Say louder for the ones in the back.
Because usually when people of color do these roles, even the like the reference images aren't of us, so they were in all of these. So I loved it, and my costumes are kind of ridiculous. He never wears the same thing twice.
I'm a big fashion girly, and it was amazing. I mean, I had costumes that were like a sketch and just became reality, and then they had stuff from real opera houses and theatres and everything. I mean, it was incredible, and you feel snatched because the corset is doing its thing, taking a couple of inches off.
The first time you see yourself in a mirror, what are you thinking?
I was like, yeah, I could rock this. I think you get really surprised because you will never have seen yourself looking like that ever. Even some work I've done has been like period drama, but like to put a wig on, to get all shaved up and like everything, it's a whole different experience.
I mean, it changes the way you hold yourself. It changes your personality. She's just like, the way she walks into a room, she immediately knows how much power she has, and those costumes just give you that because you're cinched in, you've got the wig that's making you taller, like 5 inches taller.
Well, the big one for this is I have a wig. So in Bridgerton, I don't. So I hadn't worn a wig. Actually, I'd done the play at the National Theatre in 2018. So that was the big difference. And it was very hot in Budapest. So it's sort of like, oh my God, how on earth they lived like this normally. But I basically do very lavish costume dramas.
Yeah, you do. I love that for you. The last time I saw you was 2 years ago at the BFI.
Yeah.
And it was for the Lazarus Project, and you actually said, this is the first time in my career I've got a season 2.
Oh yeah, that was, and we did. Not season 3 though.
Well, Black Doves, now this, congratulations, you're on a roll. It feels like life has been good.
Yeah, it's been really good couple of years. Yeah, Black Dove's been really fun. We're filming that at the moment, and then obviously this as well, which has been lovely. No series 2 for this, that's okay because they're all dead, and that's fine. So the pressure's off.
Going toe to toe with Paul. What fun!
It was fun. Yeah, he's so brilliant and like very generous. I found like to act opposite, and even though the characters have obviously this like fierce, right? Well, it's sort of like a one-way rivalry where Mozart almost doesn't realise a lot of the time how bad it is, like how obsessed he is. But I felt like actually because we were on the same team in the making of it, it allowed us both to sort of, I guess, take risks and be vulnerable in each other's company on camera, which was great.
In this, there's this big rivalry, obviously, between the two main characters. In our industry, I think often people are pitted against each other. Yeah. How have you navigated that through your career?
Join the union. That's how I've navigated that. Join the union. 100%. it's hard. Listen, especially as a black man, it always seems like, and you always can feel like that only a few of us can win as well. And I think that's just the opposite of the community that I have got into.
Don't know loads of people in the industry. I just hang out with my friends and my boyfriend and my mum, my dad and my sister and my cat. And I don't know, just try not to overthink it too much. I just feel like you just stay away from the negative energy, stay off social media as much as you can, even though that's like something I think we're all wrestling with, is like a debilitating social media addiction.
Well, I would say that like I'm never looking to take from anyone else. I'm always looking to give to myself. It's more about me and my journey than anybody else's, you know. I've got to understand myself before I can understand anyone else. And like, I love people. I'm a people person, and I think no one should need to do that, you know. But I always stand up for myself, you know. I always make sure I'm getting mine. But like, I think it's better to do that.
I don't know, I'm not competitive at all, like to my detriment. I'll just take it, I don't care. So I think that helps, you know. I don't necessarily feel that rivalry that Amadeus experiences in the show, which I think is good. Otherwise, I think I'd make some really bad decisions.
How have you navigated that through your career?
I just think everyone's journey is different. It's tough for everybody. So when you're in work, just enjoy it.
I really think everyone is on their own path, and things that will come to you, and I truly believe that. I don't really compare myself to other people. I used to, for sure, especially as a young woman like coming up in the industry. It's like really challenging to not do that. But I think like enough can go, you know, I've had enough things go wrong and not go my way to realise that the things that do are meant to.
Paul and Will, they're so good alongside each other, really going toe to toe. Were they the obvious choices?
I think the good thing, you know, when actors are that good and when you put them together, they feel like the obvious choice. You know, there was a million different combinations you could do, but that's the sort of the joy of working with great actors, is it feels like it couldn't have been anyone else. I always wanted Will for it. He was the early choice, and Paul came along a bit later, but it was sort of like as soon as you put them together, it was like, oh yeah, it's meant to be.
2025, we're almost at the end. It's also the start of award season, which is crazy. If you were going to give yourself an award for anything you think you've achieved this year?
In a serious answer, I had my first play published, and I'm very proud of that. So that. In a less serious answer, I would say, good God, girl, you just kept going. Even when time was gunning you down, you get back up again. Because this year was, I looked at the astrology girlies and they said that it was a tough one for us, and I felt that.
Oh my God, me too. If you could give yourself an award for anything this year, what would it be?
Oh wow, I guess just there's a lot to juggle with like work life, family life, everything. So the juggling award. Yeah.
It's kind of dealing with my list. I have such a long list. I've got really bad ADHD, and I've gotten so much better at finding mechanisms to shorten my list, and I'm quite proud of myself about that.
I love that, because I have lists that are way too long as well, and I can't manage them.
I just like have cared less this year, so like just like award for being like more relaxed. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. God, I'm English, so I'm so self-deprecating. I wouldn't give myself an award. No, I'd be too embarrassed.
Almost at the end of the year, it's also award season. Everyone's out promoting movies and stuff. If you were going to give yourself an award for something that you think you've achieved this year, what would that be?
No, I've gone up to see Tottenham play a lot this year. I'll give myself an award for schlepping up to North London to watch my team lose every week.
Okay, Tottenham suck. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I've had words with Joe Barton about this specifically. If I could give myself an award for anything, I'm actually directing my first short film this weekend, so I'm just proud for getting something that I wrote off the ground. So I would give myself an award for doing something.
It was so much music, history, and then there's an element of comedy. I've watched the first episode. Also big in scope.
Yeah.
So you weren't messing about.
No, it had it all. It was, I didn't really think when I took it on how big it was going to be, but then you're sort of, you know, cut to like years later and you're there in the middle of Budapest and there's a massive opera house and loads of extras and the costumes, and you do anything period is like instantly massive. Do you know what I mean? It's such a sort of labour of love.